Okay, welcome back everyone to the London Chess Classic. Delighted to be joined with the victorious Hikaru Nakamura. Would you do us the honour of talking us through your game today?
Sure, okay. So, really I think from the start of the game I surprised Judit when I chose to play the Archangel variation in the Spanish. And I think really she was a little bit confused and didn't know what to do, so she chose to play this line that she played against, I think, like Shirov many years ago on A4, and okay, this is all, of course, normal to change, takes, D4. I mean, all this up until about move 14 is, I think, pretty standard. Yeah, and I think Judit previously played Rook A7 against Shirov, and you know, it's equal roughly with correct play.
Sorry, Hikaru, can I break in there?
Sure.
How many different openings have you played against E4 in let's say in the past 6 months?
Past 6 months?
Yeah. If you can think back that far, and you must have played about 183 games in the last 6 months.
Very few, probably. I mean, I think I've played the Berlin, probably. Of course, I played the Najdorf and maybe the Dragon.
Maybe the Dragon.
Okay, so that's
I think
4.
the Hikaru Khan as well.
5.
Yeah.
I don't think I've played the French, not in the last 6 months. So, I mean, roughly 5 openings, more or less.
It's only 5 different openings.
Well, I mean, at this level, everyone's so well prepared that, I mean, you have to come up with surprises. If you don't,
yeah.
I mean, everyone's so well prepared that you're going to have difficulties winning any games.
I mean, that seems to me that's your view, and a lot of other players at your level take a very pragmatic view of openings, chopping and changing.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, you have to play so many different openings just because of computers alone.
I mean, we often say that openings are a matter of taste. Does that mean you like the taste of all of them? Or?
I just like playing different positions. I mean, I don't want to play the same opening for my whole life. It's just, I don't really see the point to that. It doesn't even seem very enjoyable, frankly.
Your view on marriage, is that?
Well, okay, that's a whole different topic.
Right.
Completely separate.
Right, okay. So, so let's keep going with this, E5. And
right, so actually, I still was in my preparation at this point. And I think Queen D3 was the move that I had looked at. I had looked briefly at Bishop takes D5, but I had concluded that it was quite simply just absolutely nothing, because in this position, I mean, frankly, the only advantage that white can have here is with the 2 bishops. So, I mean, once you trade off light square bishop, it just seems like it should be completely fine for black. There really are no problems.
Okay.
So actually,
so you're expecting Queen D3 to preserve the bishop,
right? So around this point, okay, I'd looked at. I think Knight F3 was where I'd ended my preparation. So Judit played this move Knight E4, and actually at this point, my problem was I realized that I was completely equal here, but I was trying to find a way to create some play, because sure, drawing with black, quite easily is nice, but still, considering that it's just out of preparation, I'm completely equal. I was trying to look for more, which is why I played this move F5.
So you'd play that way if it was just 1 point for a win as well as 3 points? Does that affect your thinking in any shape or form?
Not really, but I mean, if I was playing Carlsen, I would play C5 and draw here, Knight E7. So that's saying something.
Okay, so we have F5, Knight G5, and Queen D7.
Right, and yeah, I was actually, I didn't really look at this move Knight F3 very much. I was looking at other ideas like Rook A7, or possibly something with B3 and Bishop B2.
Yeah, we looked at B3 a little bit. Thought maybe, but
it's a game, probably.
Or can you take already on E5?
Probably, I just take on E5 and probably F takes, I would assume. And Queen C6, it's very equal. Just Queen B6 next move and just trade off everything.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I was trying to create some problems, and so, I guess I got a little bit lucky.
It's a long game. Let's wrap through.
Yeah. So, all of this is, I mean, somewhere around this point I realized I was just going to have to play C5 and go into this whole position with the knight on D5 versus the knight on E5. Most of this is just very straightforward. Keep going. Yeah, Rook F1. Yeah, okay, and H6. And around this point, I mean, Judit probably still completely fine here, but she started wasting some tempos. For instance, it's hard to come up with an idea for white, whereas for black, it's just completely losing. So this was correct, trying to go for counterplay. G4. I mean, maybe I had something better than what I did, but
we couldn't quite believe it when the G pawn flew up the board. I mean, I understand it's maybe difficult for White to get counterplay, but
well, it's a little bit difficult for me to do things there too, because I mean, G5 and then Queen D5 is very strong here. So and also with G4 you're undermining the E4 square. You know, it's the outpost for the bishop.
Sure.
So that's why I decided just to avoid. Actually, I played Queen A7. If, for instance, I had taken on G4 first, the problem was not if she takes back with H1, I can play Queen A7 and I get a better version of the game. Yeah. But she just takes with the knight on G4, and I mean, it seems like
it gives a chance.
Everything's coming off. It's opposite color
the
bishops.
rook can come in, and it's
so it just didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So that's why I played Queen A7.
Okay, remind me after Queen A7, what happens on Bishop C5?
Queen A5 and Rook A1 was my idea.
Okay.
Still very complicated, but I mean, I think the way she played is probably correct. It just, I mean, this should be drawing somehow. It seems like, but she just couldn't quite find the way. Okay, so G5 is correct. Although you can also take on F5 with the knight here. Knight takes F5. Bishop takes F5. G takes F5. And you know, I mean, it should be a draw with correct play, but it's still quite unpleasant.
Knight D5. Knight D5.
Knight D5. Bishop D2. The whole point is that on Rook A2 there's Rook E5. Okay,
but can't.
I mean, I was just going to play B4, Rook E5. Rook D6 and try to somehow swindle a win.
Yeah, but
I mean, this should be a draw.
Do you think so? Doesn't Black's position look?
Well, Black's better, obviously, but
yeah.
I think Hikaru's a little bit worried about like just King G2.
It certainly feels precarious, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's quite unpleasant, but I'm not actually sure that there's an immediate way to win here.
Okay, whatever.
But yeah, the game, of course, the way Judit played, I mean, is most principled. So yeah, all this is very forcing. Knight D4, Bishop D3. Yeah, and I thought Rook B7 was wrong here. I actually thought after what did I see? Yeah, I think here actually Bishop C3 I thought was just much better. In fact, I wasn't really sure what I was going to do after Bishop C3. I mean, it's a little bit difficult to create much play here. I mean, I can always play knight takes h3, king g2, and then something like b4, for instance. Still b4, bishop takes b4, knight g5, bishop c3. I mean, this has to be drawing. It's a much better version of the game, basically.
So at this stage, you were just playing moves. You just thought, well, if it's a draw, it's a draw.
Well, I mean, I'm up a pawn here, so I have to keep on trying to create some problems. And so Judit played rook b7, and this, I mean, I still suspect around here it should be a draw, but she just didn't sense any danger at this point. I think she thought put a knight on c3 and eventually change the rooks, and I mean, you can't lose. Is my guess.
I mean, Nigel made the observation that he thought if she was attacking in Black's position, she'd easily find the win that you indeed found. But defending, she just didn't. I mean, she completely self-destructed around about here.
Well, here it's already a little bit difficult to play.
Isn't it something like knight d6? Surely White should go.
No, knight d6. You have rook g7.
Rook g7. So let's just put that out. So after rook takes, we have the sort of check here with a little coming in. And also...
Yeah, actually, that knight d6 is simply best.
But after this, I mean, it's suddenly disastrous. I mean, that's game, set, and match. Just it's over, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's not so obvious because you're covering the g1 square. I think she forgot about this bishop f1.
This bishop f1
and suddenly it's like there are these like three mating threats: bishop g2, rook g1, and rook h4, and you just can't.
So I guess the problem is after here. Here the problem is if she wants to put a knight on e3, she's covering g2 but not g1. That's
right, or h4 also.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are those three mates: the g2, g1, and rook g1, and rook h4, and it's just.
Should we just see the mate with the bishop on g2? That's quite nice.
Right, like bishop f2, for instance. Yeah.
So knight f3.
Knight f3, king h1, bishop g2.
Very visual, as we say. Very visual.
It's very nice.
Good stuff. Okay, so Hikaru, you've got 2 wins now. You've got 8 out of 5 by my reckoning.
Something like this.
I know, that's just we're messing with
2
your
wins
head.
and 2 draws, so that would be 8 points.
Yeah. So, still in with a shout. And you've got, hang on, who have you got left?
Got some good players ahead.
Already some good players still to come, yeah.
Anand, McShane,
And of course Carlson.
Someone called Carlson.
Yep.
Yeah, he's not too bad, I understand.
There we go. Well, all to play for.
Yeah, and good luck for the rest of your games. Thank you very
Just have
much.
to keep playing well.
Good luck.
Okay.
Thanks very much.